is there's going to be a delegation going in and attempt to meet with Sakuma management to, if possible, do a negotiation, right? So that's what we want. So the boycott that started since August 2013 and has expanded, as we can see by the signs, could end tomorrow if Sakuma finally allows for a negotiation that ends on a union contract. So that's why we are doing this. And so Ramon and Lilian are gonna go in. We're gonna ask a couple of other people, Debbie and Kate, to also go in, and Andrew is gonna go in. So they're gonna again go into the Sakuma management. We'll see whether they agree and are really in good faith to negotiate with us or not. As they come out, depending on the result, we'll wait. The rest of us will wait here, and then if they agree and we see that they're taking some time, that will be a good sign. If they come back really fast, we have a table of negotiation waiting for Sakuma outside, right? So we're still gonna give them a few minutes to still meet with us. If they don't wanna meet inside, we're willing to wait for them outside. And if that doesn't happen, we'll still hear from the delegation and hear also from Watsonville what the boycott looks like over there and what the next steps will be in Watsonville as one of the so many new cities that are doing boycott committees, but also from Familias Unidas and what the next steps are. So everybody cool? It's not raining. It's not that cold. You should be okay. ¿Sí se puede?
Sí se puede.
All right, so delegation, please.
Bueno, vamos a entrar. Katy, Debbie, Andrew.
Yeah.
And media people. You're free to follow them.
Okay, Watsonville.
Sí.
¿Quieres llevarte tu...? Andrew, can we take pieces?
Sure.
We take pieces.
Might as well.
Well, do you want to
take it? Okay.
Oh, he's there, no? In a little house?
Probably.
It's gonna be the talker.
Should we pull it out so we can spread it out?
Yep.
Right there, we should appreciate it.
Or we're just going to speak to the management.
No, we'll if you need to see somebody, we'll certainly, if you give us your name and phone number, we'll get back to you and set up an appointment.
Well, we'd really just like to speak to management right now.
We understand, but this is as far as we go today.
So, can you call them and see what they say?
Well, I sure can. Be happy to.
Found the Familias Unidas here, trying to talk to them in good faith.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Oh, you don't work here?
Yeah, I work here.
So you don't have a name?
Yeah, me
To
llamo
work here?
Dora. Me llamo Dora.
Oh, Dora? ¿Cuál es tu posición en esta compañía?
HR. ¿Tú eres?
Ramón.
Oh, you're Ramon. I don't know you, so.
Sí, yo soy.
No, es que la gente no trabaja los viernes.
¿No trabajan?
No,
Oh, ¿aquí en la oficina no trabajan hoy?
no, nomás en la oficina estoy.
Oh, sí.
La procesadora se abre de lunes a jueves, 10
Oh.
horas por día.
No estamos, estamos boicoteando la compañía. Somos trabajadores de campo. Yo trabajé con los campos con ellos. Es lo que
I
estamos
was a
haciendo.
farm worker too.
¿Oh, sí? Pues no tenemos nada que ver con la bodega. Es de los files.
Pues ya agarré la
Thank you for
comida.
your patience. Let me give you a phone number to call to make an appointment. The 360-757-6611.
Who would that appointment be with?
Well, that'll be our general office, and you can make an appointment to see whoever it is you're describing.
This is the phone number. Can I give it?
Yes, yes.
It's 360
757
757
6611.
6611.
6611. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
You bet. Thank you, guys.
So was their response to the question though?
What's that?
Did they respond to because the request to meet with the management to negotiate?
Oh no, my instructions were to give you the phone number to make an appointment.
That's it.
Right.
So you all don't want to meet right now? You aren't willing to negotiate?
Those are kind of my instructions. So thank you.
What's your position here?
Well, I work in operations.
Operations.
Yeah. You bet.
Your name?
Oh, Rich Brim, B-R-I-M.
Yeah.
You bet you. But thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Thank you.
What would happen if you walked past them? Maybe we should go talk to Mara.
Did you want to?
We can do it.
Yeah.
Well, you'd have to leave. I mean, I don't know
They just gave you the regular office number.
Right, so can we hear from the delegation what happened?
Dice
Stay by the
Bueno,
sign.
Kathy.
So,
What do you think?
yeah, we want to hear from.
I don't stand well, there's no longer. I think it's I don't know if it makes any more point than we just made. Just closing it. I think we can shut it down. Yeah, but not the strategist. I know. Not the strategist. What do you think? I mean, he'd have to leave if they trespass. So just, I mean, I don't think that old guy's going to tackle them. If they ask you to leave, you've got to leave. Right. Are you thinking? Yeah.
So-
Everybody has to. Yeah, sure.
So basically what happened was we just went up there and they said, oh, well, we can set up an appointment. And they gave us the regular office phone number that's on the website.
He wouldn't place the phone call. We asked him to call management and speak with them in front of us. He wouldn't do that. He walked inside his little cubicle, probably did not make a phone call, of course, and just came out with the general number.
Okay. Well, I think it's a good idea to try again and keep working. And if they say that we need to leave, then leave.
Okay. Don't ignore it.
Si se puede.
Right? We'll just go.
It's okay.
Hey, Ramon. Este va a ir con ahí pasta el churro.
Yeah, we'd just like to talk to management right now, so we're gonna go to the front.
Actually, excuse me, please. At this point, if you go past me, please.
Please,
excuse
come
me,
on,
please.
stop, lady.
If you go beyond me, it's trespassing.
Yep. I'll call the sheriff right now.
Do you understand this? Actually, I do, man. So, oh, please, people, listen. Here's the deal. There's two pieces to it. One is we want to respect your right to do these things, but there's another part of it. There's another part of it. This is a food plant, and I have to maintain our food safety programs. So
Well, we're visitors to your plant here. We're
do you
just asking to
understand?
speak with management. I do.
Do you
I did allow
understand
you to
that
speak
you
for a
have been
minute.
instructed not to go forward? So
So
at
we're
this
just going to
point,
go ahead and try and meet with management, and we would love to be able to sit down and have a conversation
we
with them. That's
understand
what we're
these
here
things,
for.
but you understand that at this point you're trespassing. You understand this?
Why are we trespassing?
You're on our property, and I've told you this. At this point, you can't go through. I want you to clearly understand
What authority
you're
do you
trespassing.
have to ask us to leave? We're not management. We don't own this.
I'm sorry, who are you?
Nothing.
Kathy, could you, do you understand what this is all about? This is like, from my perspective, we want you guys to understand that we respect that responsible that. But there's another piece of it that I have to maintain our policies and procedures. And part of that is maintaining our food safety programs.
And do you exclude all visitors, or just these visitors?
What your purpose is to make an appointment with management, right? I have given you instructions on how to do that. So the purpose
call all the
for
time.
you going
You
further.
didn't answer my question.
Excuse
sir.
me, ma'am.
Do you exclude
Do you-
all?
Why are you trespassing?
Do you exclude
you
all
ex-
visitors, or
Can
just
you answer
these
my question?
visitors?
Why are you trespassing?
She had a question.
You're
You're on our
trespassing.
property.
She had a question too.
Excuse me. You're on our property, and you're certainly, we accept this. We support that voice that's calling to respect the rights of others. But why are you trespassing at this point?
All right, you have
Now,
told
can
us
you
you
excuse
have
me- excuse me,
you
ma'am.
have authority
You-
to exclude us. Is that
Now,
what you're
I
saying?
want you to tell me why are you trespassing beyond this point.
But the question
Good
is,
man.
why
Yep.
is it trespassing?
Why don't you explain that to me? What
Well, I
is
think the
what's
question-
trespassing to
I
you?
think the question was directed at you. Do you
What's
allow
the
the public to
trespassing?
come here? So why are we being allowed?
What is trespassing to you? What's your definition of
You're the
trespassing?
one who raised the issue of trespassing, so you should define it for us.
I understand.
Can we
that.
continue to go talk to?
I think that he has asked us to leave. He has expressed that he has authority for us to leave, so I think that we should leave, and we'll raise this later. That's what I think should happen. What do you think?
I'll respect whatever decision you guys come up with. But I do think
Direct. Maybe we should give you. Yeah, really.
Maybe no, it's fine.
Probably. And the police have been very supportive. Not in the street. We support guy do. I had to read part because I was kind of.
Well, he wouldn't answer the question of do they allow the public in here or not.
Yeah, no, they
they
didn't.
obviously do allow the public, so why are they
That's a good
excluding us?
question. Yeah.
They cannot exclude us. We are the public.
That was a little more fun.
Well, we were all really excited.
We got halfway there.
Okay, let's keep
Super close.
I didn't realize there was a telephone. I guess over by Cordes.
The delegation right there. Tell us what happened.
Well, you know what happened? I just went to the door and then turned around.
That was it.
So what did the security say?
So we met with the gentleman who has doesn't say he has authority to delegate who comes in and who comes out. He's got some sort of anonymous title associated with the plant here. We asked him several times, we posed the question, is the public allowed to visit? And if so, why are we being excluded? The public is obviously allowed to visit and to come into the offices and ask questions. So we are being targeted. We are the public. We're here as an education segment for the consumers. And it is our right to be able to meet with management because we are the public, yet we are being excluded on the basis of what we're trying to accomplish here. So they would not allow us to go any farther than we did, which was about halfway down the driveway to the management office.
Debbie, anything you want to?
I really appreciated Kathy being here because she was
Definitely.
really pushing him and trying to say, what right do you have to, not allow us to come in? And then Kathy can speak for herself, but
Well, to be trespassing, you have to be told by somebody who has the authority to exclude you, so we were questioning his authority. He didn't really explain that. He told us, why are you trespassing? So we asked him what made us trespassers. And we engaged in a conversation that went round and round with both sides asking each other to answer questions that never got answered. But at some point, I felt like, he had expressed his authority and that it was time to leave before we just saw the sheriff arrive. And so Ramon thought it was time to go.
Esto estuvo algo bueno porque pues ahí se ve la presión que estamos poniendo, ¿verdad? Toda la presión de la comunidad. Aparte, este señor estaba muy nervioso. Están muy nerviosos, tienen miedo de hacer algo que no le vaya a gustar a Sakuma. Todos están igual que nosotros, como nos tenían en el campo. Igual todos asustados. Pienso que ahorita estuvo muy bueno, más porque estuvo con la abogada, ¿verdad? Se hace sentir algo mejor, que estamos haciendo lo mejor. Fue casi nomás la abogada y esta muchacha pidiéndole, ¿verdad? ¿Por qué nosotros no podemos traspasar cuando, ¿verdad? ¿Por qué nomás nosotros? Que si otros también pueden traspasar. Entonces, tú, muy bien, bueno, ahorita ya estuvieron llamando a Sakuma.
The interpretation.
Oh yeah. I'm not gonna get all of it. I got the beginning. So you're saying it was really good because when we went in there, it was clear that he was nervous and could feel the pressure from the community because he didn't want to do anything bad. He didn't want to look bad. He was trying to play really nice. It was really good to have Kathy here and everyone with the media. I didn't catch the end, or I didn't hold it all together.
Pues más o menos lo que dije.
Why don't you say something about the fear that you feel also in the field?
Pues están sintiendo, son trabajadores, ellos también son trabajadores igual que nosotros, como estamos en los files, cualquier rato los van a despedir. Entonces ellos lo que están haciendo están nerviosos por su trabajo, ¿verdad? Pero tú muy bien, pienso que vamos por buen camino, están muy nerviosos y por eso le hablan a la policía. Piensan que somos los malos, ¿verdad? Pero aquí estamos. Gracias a todos.
I think it was smart that we did that, though. Like that you made the decision to go forward, to put that kind of pressure on. Because he was, saying like it was kind of weird because he kept saying, "Well, how do you define trespass?" And then you were really good. And Kathy especially, like, "No, that's your job to define trespassing," as he was pushing.
Una cosa que la señora está hablando de la bodega. Pienso que también hay problemas en la bodega, es algo que ni siquiera hablé yo y ella dijo, pues si vienen por la bodega está cerrada. Entonces como que hay algo más moviéndose de la bodega que también están preocupados, no nomás ahora somos nosotros. Entonces ya hay más trabajo, trata de ver quién es.
Come on over.
Feel there's something happening in the processing plant because the lady was there was saying like where you're here for the processing plant, all that is closed. So there's maybe something happening there.
Eso fue algo que fue muy claro. Hay problemas también en la bodega.
So that's something that's really clear that there's some problems happening there.
Dice que por eso están más nerviosos.
So maybe that's why they're more nervous today.
So I am a member of the autonomous chapter of the Watsonville Brown Berets, and Watsonville is located in the central coast of California, right where Driscoll's is headquartered. That's Driscoll's hometown. We have been doing progressive actions for months now in support of Familias Unidas, in support of the Driscolls and Sakuma boycott actions, because we are on the foreground. We're there in the front running. We do actions at local grocery stores, which include Safeway, Whole Foods, Costco. We do educational segments for students at the universities as well as the community colleges and high schools. We really want to garner support within our community to let them know about the struggles the farm workers face and what we're trying to accomplish with this. We have several actions that are planned. We try and keep them spaced as close together as possible. Familias Unidas and Ramon and everyone came and joined us for an action at Driscoll's headquarters, which is located in a kind of a central office area in Watsonville. They have also a processing plant that we plan to do an action at, as well as several other locations that we're currently working on. So we're standing here in solidarity, showing that we're both knocking on Driscoll's doors, and we are here knocking on Sakuma's door as well, standing in solidarity with each and every one of you.
Bueno, para los que no saben,
So for those that don't know,
paramos casi en 18 pueblos.
we stopped in roughly 18 different cities.
Formamos 17 comités más.
We were able to form 17 more committees.
Fue algo muy grande, hay muchísima gente que está ayudando.
So this was something big, and there's a lot of people that are supporting.
En especial, pues fue un honor conocer a estos compañeros de Watsonville.
Especially, it was an honor to meet the compañeros from Watsonville.
Creo que esto se va a poner más bueno.
So I think this is going to get even better.
Ellos están en el mero centro de todo esto.
They're in the middle of all this.
Entonces ahora el objetivo de la unión va a ser buscar las otras oficinas de Driscoll.
The next objective for the union is to find the other offices of Driscoll.
Y pegarles también allá.
And to also hit them where they're at.
Estaba hablando con Rosalinda y tenemos algunos planes, chance para esta temporada del invierno.
So we're talking to Rosalinda, and we're looking into plans maybe for the winter.
Y pues de aquí nos vamos a mover hasta donde sea necesario por tal de crecer nuestro boicoteo y agarrar nuestros contratos de unión.
And from here we're ready to move on wherever so we can get our union contract.
Estuvimos por 3 días en Chicago.
So we were 3 days in Chicago.
Casi eran 2,000 gentes entre esto incluye organizadores y uniones.
So there was over 2,000 people. That includes organizers and union activists.
Todos tenemos muchísima ayuda, sí se puede, así es que ánimo.
So we have lots of help, so sí se puede, and let's keep going.
Vamos a estar pendientes de lo que van a ser los siguientes procedimientos.
So we're still going to be following up about the next steps.
Y va a seguir como siempre, liderada por los campesinos.
And again, this is going to be led by the farm workers.
Muchísimas gracias por toda su ayuda, su apoyo a los que estuvieron en el tour. Andrew, Chelsea.
Thank you for your help and the support, and the ones that went to our tour, Chelsea and Andrew.
Stephanie, Lisa, Maru ayudándonos acá. También se nos juntó en San Francisco. Toda la gente, Edgar también estuvo con nosotros, Gloria. Fue muchísima ayuda, en especial Lázaro Matamoros.
So Gloria, Maru that helped us in San Francisco, Edgar came. Lázaro Matamoros really did an awesome job.
Perdió Eden
also.
So I am on the board of the Farm Worker Ministry Northwest, and we're part of the National Farm Worker Ministry. And one thing I want to say is at the end of January, we did make an appointment with Danny Whedon, the CEO here. He refused last minute to see the delegation, only our president of our Northwest group. We had the first batch of 700 cards from across the country of Farm Worker Ministry supporters to deliver. And Danny Whedon did pretty much all the talking, and then at the end refused to take the postcards. He actually took a Driscoll vice president to meet with the president of the board of the national group. They flew out on their own dime to Washington, D.C., met with staff and board members, and basically they said, we will continue to support Familias Unidas and get to the table and in good faith negotiate a contract. And that's where we stand, and that's what was told to Danny Whedon, to come back. And because Danny has never met with any of the members of Familias, and so it was encouraged, the board encouraged Danny to sit down since he's never even met with these people, the new CEO, or relatively new. And so one thing I want to say too is that the churches in the Skagit County, many of them are influenced by Friends of Sakuma, and we've heard from some of the specific churches that have wanted to support Familias Unidas. But the Friends of Sakuma in those church congregations have
basically divided the community, and the communities don't want to divide their own, so they have stepped back and either remain neutral or not even being supportive of at all. But in Bellingham and Seattle, we have farm worker ministry clusters now, and one of our goals for the Bellingham Whatcom Skagit cluster is that we are reaching out into the Skagit Valley churches, and we're finding those pastors who will help us to make those connections here in the Skagit Valley. So. Oh yeah, on April 30th, April 30th at St. James Presbyterian in Bellingham, Familias Unidas, where the Farm Worker Ministry is presenting Familias Unidas to share their stories. We did this a year ago in Seattle with the boycott committee, and it's free, open to the public. It's April 30th at 6 o'clock, and then Sarah and Jimmy, who are a loose group of musicians calling themselves Jazz for Justice, will be having some background music, and they've been longtime supporters, of course, of Familias Unidas. So that's going to be at St. James Church in Fairhaven and Bellingham, 6 o'clock, April 30th. And Rosalinda asked us to do it that day because the next day is the Workers' March in Bellingham. Thank you.
So we have a document that was put together from August 2013 to March 15 that shows all the legal wins that we have had, and with the support of people like Kate from Columbia Legal Services and others. And this is a collaboration. The reason why this continues is because we have legal wins, we have paid wins, and we have organizational wins, right? And so what we want you all is to take a picture of all these different signs with the different cities. It's not all the cities that we have. So originally pre-tour, pre-West Coast tour, we had 23 boycott committees organized. Now we have 41 boycott committees throughout the nation. So it didn't take long to convince people not to only support, but to organize their own boycott committees. Why? Because they know this is the right thing to do. Right? It doesn't take long for people with a good heart, with the right politics, to say we have to do more than just support the boycott. We actually need to create our own boycott committees. So we have now over 41 boycott committees. We actually are going to expand that, of course. We have 55 organizations at every level, from the local to the international, that have signed on supporting officially Familias Unidas por la Justicia. And again, the only way it can happen is because there's a collaboration from every sector here. It's just a matter of time until Sakuma realizes that they need to come sit down at the negotiation table. Please also take pictures of the empty table, because they don't want to come and negotiate with us. And as the Vice President of Familias Unidas, Filemon Pineda, says all the time, the boycott could end tomorrow if they come and sit down and negotiate with us. An idea came out that maybe we should call the number and make an appointment.
Yeah, let's do it right,
so
right now.
Who wants to dial the number and make the appointment?
Did you take down the number?
Yeah,
She probably knows about that.
Yeah.
They'll probably make an appointment, but will they make an appointment if you say to negotiate?
And you can put it on speakerphone. Yeah.
Buenos días. Disculpa, queríamos, soy Ramón Torres, presidente de la Unión de Familias Unidas. Queríamos ver la forma de hacer una junta para negociar un contrato de unión. Con los que tienen decisiones, pienso que son los presidentes de Sakuma. No sé quién sería, si tú me puedes decir.
Mira, voy a tomar tu información, gusto dejar número de teléfono y ya yo les comunico a ellos.
Ajá. Está bien. Es 360-920-7215. Sí, soy presidente de la Unión de Familias Unidas por la Justicia. Ajá. Okay. ¿Cómo cuánto tiempo duran para saber si tengo una cita?
No sé si sería nosotros hablando o tal vez ellos todos se comunican digo, no sé si para hoy mismo, la verdad no sabría decir.
Ok, regularmente ¿cuánto duran?
I don't know, porque nosotros nomás les damos la información y ya ellos.
Ok, muchas gracias.
La verdad no estoy segura de decirte.
Está bien, muchas gracias. ¿Ah?
How long is gonna take?
Dijo que no sabe, pero que ellos nomás están encargados. Que puede ser que me hablen ellos directamente o de la oficina, para hacerme una cita.
Or it could be that Driscoll's feels the heat and Driscoll's gonna call Sakuma and say sit down to the negotiation table, right?
Yeah.
That's what
No,
Lydia
we will keep pressing and keeping the heat on Driscoll's as part of the Santa Cruz Boycott Committee and on behalf of the Watsonville Brown Berets until the very last second of the very last day. We are seeking justice. We will not rest. We're doing this 24 hours a day. Our members are all very dedicated and committed, just like you guys are, and you have our full support. And like I said, we will keep knocking on Driscoll's doors and we will not let them rest because what they're doing is an injustice and we won't stand for it.
People at Driscoll's let them know we're here today. Do you want to let them know you're here too?
Sure.
768 2935. And they're gonna try. So what Driscoll's has been doing is they've been investing a huge amount of energy into calling people back that call them. And they have a couple specific lines that are lies.
Just lies, just say lies.
Yeah. First is that we can't do anything. It's not within our power. It'd be illegal to compel our growers to negotiate contracts. That's not true. They could decide at any moment to stop doing business with these growers here with Sakuma and in San Quintin, and that's totally legal, and the growers would immediately capitulate and sign contracts.
Would you like to know that I'm here?
Yeah, you want to know.
Reach the desk of Matt Equipment. Please leave a message. Please leave a message at the tone. When finished, you may hang up or press pound for additional options.
Hi, my name is Leah. I am a representative of the Watsonville Brown Beret chapter. I'm also a representative of the Santa Cruz Boycott Committee, standing in solidarity with the farm workers of Washington State and San Quintin and Familias Unidas. I wanted to let you guys know that I've traveled all the way from your doorstep at Driscoll's headquarters here to Sakuma's headquarters in Washington to stand in solidarity with these people. We attempted to have a meeting, but they would not even allow us to meet with them. They gave us a phone number to call. We've called. Nobody wants to meet with us. We wanted to let you know on behalf of all of us that we will not stop until you guys come to the negotiation table, which is sitting here before us empty. You sit down with us face to face, you negotiate. This could all end today if you guys just sat down with us. So like I said, we will not rest. We're here standing in solidarity until the very last day. And we will be back. I'm coming back soon, don't worry.
¡Boycott!
Boycott!
¡Boycott!
Driscoll!
¡Boycott!
Driscoll!
17 nuevos comités, aquí estamos formados afuera de la compañía de Sakuma, así es de que faltan más. Nos vemos luego. Boycott Driscoll's Berries.